So Syndicate came out and you missed it. So let's tell you what happened. If you're curious about all of the Assassin's Creed games and lore, I'll link the playlist for you down below. There is a lot of Assassin's Creed info to go through. The story begins with the player becoming an assassin's initiate. Your first mission is to track down a piece of Eden in London, because tracking down pieces of Eden is basically all you do. So they send you to London in 1868 to follow two assassin twins named Jacob and Evie Fry, which brings us to the start of the story. Henry Green writes to the Brotherhood requesting assistance because London is officially overrun by the Templars. The Templar Grandmaster Steric is ruling the industrial sectors and the underground through his use of the criminal element. His ultimate plan is to seize all of Britain and then the world. So without a proper assassin rebellion, he'll just proceed as planned with no one stopping him. Outside of London, Jacob and Evie Fry are on an assassination. While Jacob is working towards the target, Evie infiltrates a lab where the Templar Lucy Thorne is keeping a piece of Eden with a man testing it. Evie manages to kill the man testing it, and then Lucy makes a break for it, informing Evie that Steric is in London and he has a much more powerful piece of Eden there. So the piece that Evie retrieved will be useless to the Order. Useless, she says! The letter from Henry Green comes through as the twins are finishing their jobs. And with Steric having a piece of Eden and ambitions of conquering the world, the twins disobey the Order's direct command to not go to London, and they go right there to assist in the matter. It is there that the twins meet Henry Green in person, and we learn that Henry Green knew their father. While Henry just wants to free London, Jacob and Evie disagree on the best method of this. Jacob wants to build his own gang and fight the Templars head on, while Evie thinks that they should find the piece of Eden first. This way they can cripple Steric's power. While they disagree and plan to go about their own methods, they do agree to start dropping the various Templar gangs scattered throughout London. Evie begins her search for the pieces of Eden, which allows her to eventually steal a journal from Lucy Thorne, which she previously stole from an assassin. Through this journal, Evie discovers Steric is after the Shroud, an ancient piece of Eden that will heal any wound and make its wearer immortal. Using a trail of clues that she acquired off of the estate of Edward Kenway, conveniently the assassin from the game Black Flag, Evie Fry ends up searching many vaults and fighting against many Templars and Lucy Thorne herself until she is able to acquire a key to the vault the Shroud is supposedly in. The problem is the key ends up getting stolen by Lucy Thorne. Evie chases down Thorne and they meet in the tower that the keys get them into, and once she kills Thorne, she finds out that the Shroud isn't in the tower, and Thorne claims that the assassins are clueless to the true power of the Shroud. But Evie does get information that the Shroud is probably being kept in the vault beneath Buckingham Palace, the easiest place in the world to break into, right? Before she can make a move on it, she finds herself having to clean up Jacob's mess, because while she was doing this, he was looking into Steric's soothing syrup. The syrup is actually a poison, and Jacob is working with Charles Darwin to destroy the factory. He then assassinated one of Steric's men and Steric's cousin and a Templar banker, trying to steal gold from the gold reservoir. After all of Jacob's assassinations, he sent the city of London into a spiral causing shortages in medicine and currency inflation. Jacob and Evie's differing opinions caused a series of arguments between the twins as they were cleaning up Jacob's mess, so they agreed that once they stopped Steric and get the Shroud, that they would go their separate ways officially. They would end this twinship, this sibling, brother, sister, twinship thing. With his Templars dead, Steric decided that he needed the Shroud for himself, and he made a move for it. This caused Evie and Jacob to team up for the last mission, following Steric to Buckingham Palace, where they'll get the Shroud and they'll kill Steric, supposedly. Inside the palace, they meet with Queen Victoria and Steric officially, but Steric beats them to the vault and gets his hands on a piece of Eden, granting himself immortality and seemingly superhuman strength. It takes Jacob and Evie working together finally to stop him, and they do just that as brother and sister, as Evie and Jacob Fry. This proved to themselves that they work better as a team, and their separate approaches were actually the problem, not what they did. So the Fry twins are back together, where they get knighted by Queen Victoria. Back in present day, Sean and Rebecca have been working towards the location of the Shroud provided by the Initiate. While they do get there, the Templars get the Shroud in the present day, and Rebecca ends up shot. They also discover that the Templars are trying to make a modern-day living precursor, and Juno is one of the ancient gods trying to control various individuals within Abstergo. And that is where we leave off with Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Now, supposedly, the next game won't be coming out this year, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below how you felt about this storyline, because personally, I really liked this one. I'll see you guys next time right here at Eligible Monster. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Eligible Monster.